I believe everyone should do yoga. I believe we're already doing yoga. It's just connecting the movements to breath. And through connecting the movements to breath, we connect to intentions. It's just an intention of the way that you're living.
So Keith, tell me, initially when you were playing ball at A&M, you wanted to be recruited into the league, but what happened?
Well, being at Texas A&M, I played 5 years there, and playing linebacker, we were known as linebacker U, so for me, I had to kind of wait my turn. And in that, my last 2 seasons being at A&M, I became All-American. I had a lot of success. And come draft day, yes, I was prepared to go and be drafted. And that didn't happen. You know, my road to the NFL was kind of just, you know, up in the air. So from that, I got a call from Coach Mike Ditka, who was taking over the New Orleans Saints job. And when he called me, he's like, son, I don't know why you slipped in the draft, but I want to give you a chance. And if you come here, I'll give you an opportunity to play. And I had always, from growing up in Texas, you know, Dallas, watching the Cowboys, knowing who Mike Ditka is and was as a player, I figured if I could play for this guy, I could play for anybody. And sure enough, I came in and became a starter my first year in the league.
And then after that is where you played for the Jaguars, and that's when you got hurt.
I became a starter, and you know, week 2 is when it happened. We were playing the Buffalo Bills. I was on the backside of this play. I knew it was coming. I was anticipating the play coming, and as I go in for the hit, we collide. And typically in collisions like this, you know, the defensive guys get up and celebrate. And this particular time, I wanted to get up, and I'm speaking to myself to get up, and my body's not responding.
What was going through your mind when you're trying to get up and your body is not responding? What were you thinking at that moment?
It's like an out-of-body experience when you know your body's, you know, something's not right with your body, but you can't feel a thing. But your mind knows something is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really far-out experience.
So then you get to the hospital, and what happens at the hospital? What does your doctor tell you?
Well, the doctors tell us, you know, we don't know what's going on with you. The spine situation, you know, they diagnosed me with a spinal contusion. My C2 through C4 fused together. And I was like, how can I play again? You know, I'm thinking of how can I get on the field again? You rely on the doctor, and you look for the answers from the doctor. And when the doctor has no answers for you, what do?
You got advice from someone in the hospital, not necessarily your doctor, of maybe a path you should take?
Well, what I did, I went to my second opinion in South Florida, and who's someone, when I would have injuries, I would go in reference to. And in the care of him, someone was there, the practitioner, nurse, I don't know really what she was, but she came to me, she talked to me about conscious breathing. And she's talked to me from the academics perspective. It was like the circulation of blood flow, oxygen in the blood flow allows the healing. It's the natural inheritance that we've been granted to be able to tap in and access healing for ourselves by tweaking these little things. And for me, and where I was open to be healed. So I didn't have time to criticize it. I didn't have time to doubt it. It was like, this was my playbook and this was given to me. For some reason, I took this and I was compelled to do it. By pulling from this meditation, though, it really helped me sustain in my mind. And as the football players start to die away and realizing that, oh, I'm not going to be able to play again, and what about my health? You know, what about my functionality? It really allowed me to deal with the anxiety. It allowed me to deal with the depressions of just, you know, this is the way that you perceived yourself. And then that's gone away.
Yeah.
So it was like a whole discovery, self-discovery of my life. You know, some people could call that a midlife crisis.
But we all have a transition period in our lives. Like, we go through something in our lives, and sometimes things happen for a reason. Do you believe that maybe this injury did happen for a reason, because now you're helping so many other people? You're helping veterans, youth at risk, the elderly. You're helping all kinds of people. I know healthcare workers who are working long hours and have stress. How did this almost make a career change for you, really?
Well, very interesting, because for me, the career change, it happened after years and years and years of doing work on myself. And then I had the epiphany, I want to share this, I want to teach this, and to make it as like a career. So that's a whole transition in itself. The work of, that I had to do in cleaning house within was something that was like, the bulk of it. For me to share this practice and to create an understanding of this practice with our youth and our communities, and bring people together, to expose them to something that they never knew was there. Realizing that in different cases, I may make mistakes in that sense, right? But then I get back on my path, It's one of those things. It's not fighting the duality, not exhausting my energy, but just holding my space.